You convene this very important forum today at a time when the global economy is confronting unprecedented headwinds. However, the platform today also presents an opportunity for Europe, for the Federal Republic of Ethiopia, to accelerate trade and investment opportunities to navigate these very turbulent times. And I'm very pleased in this regard to report to you that Ethiopia has gazetted its schedule of tariff concessions under the leadership of His Excellency the Prime Minister and my dear brother Minister Kosehan Gofe, enabling Ethiopia to be one of 26 countries that are already trading under the rules of the AfCFTA. For the very first time in history, Ethiopia acceded to a trade agreement, and that trade agreement is the AfCFTA. We therefore commend the government, and we look forward to working together to enhance opportunities for Ethiopia in this market, 1.4 billion people with a combined GDP of 3.4 trillion United States dollars. As I mentioned, trading under the AfCFTA has commenced. In fact, in the year 2024, we recorded $220 billion worth of trade, intra-Africa trade in manufacturing, trade in services, which are the key drivers of Africa's economy. Let me briefly set out the broader Africa-Europe investment, trade and investment relationship as we see it. According to the latest UNCTAD World Investment Report, global FDI declined by about 11% in 2024, reflecting geopolitical tensions and economic uncertainty. However, despite this challenging context, Europe remains Africa's largest investment partner. The European Union investment flows onto the African continent exceed 250 billion euros, accounting for roughly 40 to 50% of total FDI flows into the African continent. As we've heard from Her Excellency Madam Minister, European companies benefit from a very strong first mover advantage with over 4,000 companies operating across the African continent. This position is now further strengthened by the existence of the AfCFTA, which liberalizes the investment market, liberalizes the trade regime, and enables European companies to take full advantage of economies of scale and to ensure that they see returns on their investment. In a world of fragmented supply chains, which have not fully recovered from the COVID-19 pandemic, we believe the African Union, the African Continental Free Trade Area, offers a credible alternative. We now have a very clear and coordinated rules-based environment for manufacturing, for investment, for enabling agro-processing, transport and logistics, all of this to be achieved within the rules and the framework of the AfCFTA, based on certainty, predictability of markets, and reliability of partnerships. As we heard this morning, the ongoing reforms in Ethiopia are improving the ease of doing business and strengthening key trade-related institutions, including investment, customs, and financial systems. Indeed, I was here in February this year at the invitation of the governor of the central bank when this government, this country, was launching a payments platform to enable digital payments in local currency, onboarding millions and millions of smallholder farmers, SMEs, youth entrepreneurs, to enable them through digital technologies, mobile banking, to participate not only in Ethiopia's economy, but also in the regional economy. We therefore congratulate the government under the leadership of His Excellency the Prime Minister for the significant reforms that have been undertaken that enable Ethiopia to now be one of the largest economies on the African continent. At the center of this transformation are private sector reforms. Businesses produce, trade, invest, and create jobs, not only in Ethiopia, in an open environment, but also across our continent. With a market of 1.4 billion people, as I noted, the opportunity to scale, to be competitive, and to contribute to Africa's overall economic activity is presented by the AfCFTA. Both SMEs and large corporations have a role to play in building Africa's economy. In particular, SMEs that are run by young people, SMEs that are run by women, and smallholder farmers who contribute not only to Africa's food security, but also contribute to agro-processing and manufacturing. And so, as I conclude my remarks, let me once again express my appreciation to the European Union and Ethiopia for inviting us to participate here today. Please consider the AfCFTA, the rules of the AfCFTA that enable open markets, the open trading environment for investment. Consider the AfCFTA to be your partner, and the Secretariat, which I have the honor to lead, to be an instrument in the development of trade and investment opportunities between the European Union and Ethiopia. This is precisely why our leaders, the heads of states, the Assembly of Heads of States and Government of the African Union, established the AfCFTA to enable open markets based on predictability, on rules, so that all our businesses, our investors, can see equality of prosperity and opportunity.